Hi everyone, and welcome back. Thomas Edison, a ruthless man or a patent thief? There is no doubt, Thomas Edison was a brilliant man. Many inventions of his had great impact on our world. However, most of these he is credited with inventing were not his ideas. And unfortunately, the ruthless man who can exploit such ideas gets the fame and fortune. Before we begin, please take a moment to like and subscribe for future videos. Today's little-known stories are not about Thomas Edison the inventor. They are about Thomas Edison, the ruthless businessman. He was brilliant at taking other people's ideas and creations and commercializing them for generous profits. Let's shed some light on the light bulb. There were several versions created earlier than Edison's. One of the first was by Heinrich Goebel. He invented a light bulb in 1854. Ironically, he tried selling it to Edison, who saw no practical use in it. A year later, a British inventor, Joseph Swan, created and patented his working light bulb. It was such a hit in Europe, Edison formed a partnership with Swan to sell the light bulbs in America. They were a hot commodity in the US as well. Lucky for Edison, Heinrich Goebel dies. Remember him, the first patent holder? The one that Edison said he saw no practical use for? Edison buys the patent from Goebel's widow for pennies. Edison gets the credit for the invention and makes a fortune. A year later, Joseph Swan did sue. Edison simply paid off Swan and bought out his patent too. So, who invented the light bulb? One of the most bizarre stories is about Thomas Edison, the father of motion pictures. The only problem is, he wasn't. Louis Le Prince, a French investor, was the first to produce a seconds-long movie. He sailed to New York to unveil and patent his creation. After showing it there, he boarded a train to continue his tour and was never seen again. Mysteriously, his luggage and movie went missing as well. Soon after, Thomas Edison becomes the father of motion pictures, gets the fame and the money. Le Prince's family sues Edison. During the lawsuit, Le Prince's son is shot and killed. The assailant was never caught, and it caused the family to drop the lawsuit and return to Europe. Was Edison involved? And who is the father of motion pictures? Years later, there is a story about his questionable business practices with the theft of a film titled A Trip to the Moon by Jorge Méliès. Méliès' film was a huge hit in London. Edison was able to obtain a copy from a dubious theater owner and duplicate it. According to this account, he brought it back to America and pirated it for a small fortune. When Méliès arrived in America to show the film, he found many theaters already shown it. This was an enormous financial loss for Méliès. He eventually declared bankruptcy, while Edison added to his fortune. There are many other inventions Edison is considered the father of, but they were not his ideas. One of these is his device to record speech and other sounds, the voice recorder. Years earlier, a French printer, Edouard de Martinville, created the phonautograph, but he never commercialized it. Another example of this is the X-ray machine. This was a life-changing addition to medical science and greatly added to Edison's wealth. But again, not his idea. Many years earlier, a German scientist X-rayed his wife's hand on his machine, and Nikola Tesla had even created an earlier version he called shadowgraphy. And speaking of Tesla, probably the most well-known story is how Edison used his wealth and connections to discredit Tesla over his alternating current. Edison claimed that it was much more dangerous than his own DC current. Tesla died penniless, while his alternating current power system is what's used in our homes today. Time and time again, Thomas Edison receives the fame and fortune for others' ideas. Was he a thief or one of the most ruthless businessmen of all time? You decide. I do want to thank the many unknown inventors for creating the light bulbs and the electricity that was used to make this video. And thanks to you for joining us today. Please like and subscribe for future videos.